Hello everyone, how are you doing? Happy Sunday, I'm Clark and you're watching Puka GT. So we are back for a slightly shorter session tonight. I'd normally be kicking off at about 8 p.m. tonight, a little later, had some plans during the day. It was due to start at 9, but you know what, I was back a bit earlier than I was expecting, and rather than just sit here twiddling me thumbs, decided to kick it off a bit earlier. So apologies if you weren't ready for me, but Luke and Drac, as I left me some messages in the schedule video chat already. Thanks for that. Ants, how you doing here already? Good to see you, man. See, you already have a fairly killer time on this. Second from the top there, just next to Forever Sideways. Getting into the 156s. So since I was last on, I had pretty much no time in the game. So it's been kind of 35 degrees in my attic for most of the week. Today is the first day it's a bit cooler. So came back in for the first time since my session midweek this morning, and did a couple of laps around, did about 10 laps and got a new better quality time, beating my old time by about 2/10 almost immediately, which is good to see. And there's still about another half a second on the table there for me, even within just those 10 laps I did. My optimum time was about half a second faster than that, again in the kind of low to mid 157s, so might be able to improve upon that today. So goal for today more than anything else is to just get about 6 or 7 races done. 6, 7. Sorry, I have children. And hopefully get better results than I did last time. So last time it was sweating my face off as I was racing. Had 3 races, was pushing a bit too hard. Minor collisions were sending me a mile, knocking me to the back of the grid. Went downstairs, got a glass of water, came back up, had 2 more races, and finally started scoring in the points again. So just need to remember that tonight, to not push too hard, just try keep a cool head about me, and just settle for 5th instead of 1st, and just slowly kind of rack up kind of points finishes. Because as much as I love the BRZ through this course, it is a bit weak on the straights. I found myself, even with better exits, flying through kind of some of the more technical sections, hitting a straight, and then the Porsche that had limped through up behind me was there overtaking me on the straight. So need to expect a bit of that tonight. Anyway, I won't delay too much. I'm just going to jump into the waiting room for my first race here, which will be kicking off at 9:10 Irish time, and we'll go from there. So we got 13 minutes to do a bit of a warm-up. How are you getting on, Ants? Are you racing tonight? Oh yeah, and by the way, the top times, like last I was on, it was Carrazza in #1, so there has been 3.5 tenths shaved off his incredible time, which is nuts. By the way, if you're tuned in early, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button for me, it really is making a huge difference with the videos right now. I've noticed the ones where people are in early hitting that like button for me, it tends to triple the viewership. So the algorithm seems to like that old like button. So if you could do me a favor and give it a tap for me, I would really appreciate it. Cheers. Okay, with the ghost loaded, it's just gonna start as I'm going to start every session from now on. Quick braking drill, just to get used to my brake. And it's just playing a bit of power pack the week. I've been grinding, fell back to B and came back to A again, so just want to chill tonight. Yeah, it's a bit stressful when your driver rating is in the balance like that. I hear you. So we go full force for 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 75%. Ooh, that was very weak. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and for 50%. Way too hard. 6, 3, 2, 1. Geez, not of my feel today at all. 25%. It's better. 8, 7, 1. Well, this is why we do the warm-ups. Okay, now to go to 100, hold it. 75, hold it. 50, hold it. 25, hold it. 100, Hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to 75. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to 50. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to 25. Cool. This is just working my muscle memory. Getting used to where the different braking amounts are. Okay, now I just repeat the first one, but not looking and seeing how far off the mark I am. So 100 is easy enough. Okay, hold that for 10 seconds again. Get that muscle memory in. 1 into 75. Okay, need to go a bit more for that. Let's try again. It's not bad. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1 into 50. It's pretty good. 4, 3, 2, 1 into 25. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I just seem to be missing the mark on that 75% one a bit. So looks good. 100. 5. Okay. Let's do a couple of practice laps here. I was out of bounds there, wasn't I? Yeah, just too greedy. Try that again. Ooh. This is why we warm up. Jeez. It'll be an interesting night at this rate. Get on my braking point, swap into the apex. Slowed it a bit too much there. Okay, turn in point, brake point, apex, next brake point, apex. Okay, I'm at the crest, brake point, turn in point, apex. A bit too late there. Check before it's too long. Brake point, apex. Okay, turn in point, apex. Next apex. Brake point, apex. Next brake point, apex. My line was a little off there, but kept it smooth enough. Brake point, apex. Ooh. Skim that curb. Andre Carter, how you doing, buddy? If you haven't yet, could you hit that like button for me, dude? I'd appreciate it. to work on this time. Breakpoint. Apex. No, turned in a bit too late. Slow down a bit extra here on the throttle. Turning earlier here. It's a bit better. Too tight there. Breakpoint. That wasn't hard enough in the brake there. And gave it a tiny dab. Let's give it a bit of a smack, but then release it immediately. Try second this time. Definitely not faster. Can get tighter on it though. Still a bit wide on it. Might have picked up a penalty there. It was right in the line. Hey F1M Plays, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Condolences on the World Cup, dude. It's a lot faster. Still a lot of room for improvement though. By some miracle, South Africa have made it to knockouts. Oh, I hadn't caught that. I'm not really following it, to be honest. So I know F1M Plays was talking about the Brazil match last night I was on. Just too much. 1:23.4. Oof, that's a nice time. Okay, let's go to warm up. I'm happy to be getting the mid 158s ahead of my first race here. Oh, South Africa are playing this second, are they? Oh, Sector Erector. There's a name you don't forget. Remember him from last time? Oh, it's Luke. Back in similar lobbies again. Yeah, I see him now. Okay, let's see what we can make of this. So main goal, don't even care if I finish 10th, is to avoid spinning out and avoid getting taken out. That's what I want for my first race. Thanks, Andre. M6 up ahead. There's a nice bit of space to be working in at the start of the race here. Hopefully we can build up a bit of a gap and let the incidents all happen behind us. So there's some battling going on behind us. very nearly lost it there. Got away with it. Wheelchair racer took his place back. Oh, I'm going very wide there. That was a bit scary. Wheelchair racer has a very bad ping, and he almost warped right alongside us there. Couldn't really tell where he was on the track. Probably end up losing the position here. Not even going to try to defend it. So I saw him in my rear view mirror diving quite quickly. Decided to get out of the way. Where is he going? It's so scary racing behind somebody with a ping that bad. Wheelchair racer is in the Porsche, which is lethal in the straights, but a bit slower in these S's. He kept the gap. Oh, did he crash? I've no idea what he's doing. Oh, completely missed that. Either of those are to take the other one out here. Could be in with the podium. They're neck and neck. Not the best pace, but very happy with that as a result, at least. Thanks, F1M Plays. So what I'm guessing what happened there is the positions below kind of 5th and 6th probably had some sort of incident at the start to pull them about 4 seconds back like that. Double G. So definitely a bit of a lucky race for me, but I will absolutely take it. How'd Lukey do? I don't see him. Yeah. Hey, Drac. Saw your comment. Yeah, you made the thumbnail. Our little short, Drac, was definitely one of the more popular shorts that I've posted. I think it was up at 5,000 views last I checked. So quite a bit to fix there. I was understeering a lot in the first sector. Yeah, I think it's my second most viewed short. I had one months ago that hit 10k out of nowhere. It wasn't even that interesting one. I think sometimes just the algorithm gives you a bit of a bump for no reason. Let's just see what happened here at the start of this. There's some dude called Kirky. Okay, so he dropped out quite early on. What happened to him? Oh. Just keep it mostly together, all things considered. Where the gap came from then. Okay. And a penalty. Okay, yeah, so it was just mistakes enough from the midfield. Kind of gave me space towards the back half of the race. Good to know. Oh wait, I'm still on B. Do you mean Daily Race B or Driver Rank B? Because if that's the question, then the answer is yes. And more folk are on at the weekends. Yeah, I think there's a window for people watching YouTube Shorts though. I think the algorithm only pushes them for a couple of days. I would say by the weekend, whatever push I'd be getting will have dried up. Wow, 11 people watching. Busy enough stream this. If you wouldn't mind, everyone, whether you're a returning customer or new here, if you could hit that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. It does seem to be making a really big difference at the moment. The more I ask for it, the more people are hitting that button and the more people are watching. So, hate to sound like a like and subscribe parrot, but like and subscribe. So I was severely understeering in this section last time, so wasn't getting enough over that curb. Probably wasn't putting enough of a little lift there. And understeer again. I think I just need to be a little harder on the brake for a little longer. Attempt number 2. Didn't come out enough there to use enough of the track. Compromised me a fair bit. Too deep. Third. Just a bit too aggressive, but that was the right idea. Okay, come out wider. See, that's nice. You kind of want to be going over it a bit more like that. Came off it wrong though. Again. Set me up worse for the next corner. Yeah, a few cobwebs to dust off tonight. Was much better through the final few corners. Okay, that's decent. A lot better. Attempt at this corner. I was expecting myself to get a penalty when I went over the grass back there, which kind of distracted me going into the corner. Then I thought I'd messed it up already. Have to be so careful about that nasty little bump in the middle of that section. Okay. Let's not do that in the race, huh? Go Scream.
Like and subscribe to Puka GT!
Thanks, Puka. It's a much nicer, milder evening here in Dublin, but still hot enough, I tell you. First poll of the week. Puka poll. Puka poll. We've Wheelchair Racer again. We've Reedy Gonzalez again. Do we have Lukey? We don't have Luke. Oh, Wheelchair Racer is on YouTube as well. Skeletal Wade. Let's check him out after. Meant to wish some luck. Yeah, well. So this is going to be a Puka poll and a half because I know that the person in 4th and the person in 7th have more pace than me, so this will be an interesting one. Again, same goal as last time, even if it means dropping down to 10th. Avoid incidents. That's all I'm trying to do here. If I do that and I'm qualifying this high, results will come naturally enough. It is difficult though when you're on pole and people are chasing you desperate. Thanks, Gavin. Sorry to hear you've been having a bad week, dude. It's been a bit of a mixed bag for me as well, to be honest. This kind of stuff you have to be careful of. Luckily I caught him in my rear view just in time. Ooh, he's going very slowly through this section. I don't know what happened to Kirky there, but I think he might have had to hit the brakes mid-section because he had gone too deep, but I found myself having to brake there in an area where I normally wouldn't have to brake. Oh, I'm sorry, Cliston. Wasn't great. Probably should have given that place back. And again, we've Wheelchair Racer and Reedy Gonzalez behind us. If Cliston catches up to me, I'll give him a position, no contest. I hadn't done it immediately back there because I wasn't sure how much the contact had affected him until I was well past it. Do you know me? I do normally tend to wait if I make contact with someone and they lose positions. Thanks, wheelchair. Felt good. Oh, scrub of the tires. Slightly scary moment there where I thought wheelchair racer was about to go into the side of me, but he backed out of it, thankfully. Fair play, dude. Just need to be careful of him here, give him enough room. And that will be a penalty. Rudy Gonzalez. Probably wouldn't serve it there though, if he has one. Scary moment there. Oh, it's yours. Oh, he's a 2-second penalty. Maybe a 1 second at most, I would have guessed. Maybe the thank you lights there. I'd much rather try stick close behind him here and have him chase me. No. Hard luck, dude. Bump. Alright, solid. I'll take that. But I'm going to review the replay. Yeah, I did dirty on Clifton 84 there. That was bad. I was a little unsure of it in the moment. Then, before I had even a chance to think about it, I was gone down the road and I saw him in my rear view pretty much stopped along the side of the wall, having lost about 3 or 4 positions. So, if you see this, Clifton, I'm sorry, dude. We'll take a look at the replay now and I'll own up to the shame of it. But yeah, I think anybody who watches this channel enough knows that, you know, 99% of times when I do clearly foul someone, I do stop and wait for them. Just a bad heat at the moment one there. Mike Reed, well, that went back from bad to worse. Is that you, Reedy Gonzalez? Purple work shirt, dirty, and one of your own races, Drac, I take it. Okay, do we have Clifton here? We don't, he's gone. Okay, let's see what we were working with there. Yeah, Michael Reed, I'm guessing that is you, Reedy Gonzalez. Yeah, hard luck, man. You had a lot more pace than me, so I was letting you through there at the end, even with your penalty. So it was in the S's on lap 1, I think. Huh. His SR is going down. My SR? I didn't check. Yeah, just... It's like I'm on the brake. He had caught me a little by surprise where he had hit it. And unfortunately, I was already braking at that point. I wasn't expecting to follow up into the back of him so quickly. It's one of the big shames about this course. Like, I love the BRZ, but even if you have a better exit coming out of the big left-hander than a Porsche and you're neck and neck, it doesn't matter. They're going to pull ahead of you. Even if you come out of it ahead of them, they're probably going to be ahead of you by the time you enter this corner. And then the Porsche is so much slower than the BRZ through this section. So like I'm really just gingerly going through this at the moment. And you can see I've hit the brakes here. So I've hit the brakes here. There's nothing more really I can do past this point. I'm just thinking, stick to your line. You've hit the brakes. There's a decent enough distance between you. Still, it happens. Unfortunately, went quite badly for Clifton there. What do you guys think about that for future avoiding action? I was on the brakes already on my line a good second and a bit before I actually made the contact, but even still. That's why I knocked Clifton 84's ass out. Not on purpose. Like, the whole point of this I'm saying is I don't like scenarios like this. Oh, did my safety rating go down to A? I'm a little surprised by that because it was only one piece of contact, and a small one at that, under braking. I wouldn't have thought that would pull down your safety rating that quickly. No worries, we'll get it back up quickly enough anyway. Spawnsworth, how you doing? You finished ignoring me. No, my safety rating's still S. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Andre. Again, everyone, if you're watching and if you haven't hit that like button for me yet, could you please do so? Really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Sponsor. Yeah, yeah, it's why, you see, in the past I would have given that place back immediately almost every time, whereas now I'm a little bit more, like, yeah, it's my fault, but at the same stage, dude, you're really slamming on your brakes hard through a fast section. It's like, and I'm already braking, like, there's not a whole lot more I can do. Snow rarely burns as 2. Okay, let's get one practice lap in. Sorry for leading me to it. Was me ignoring you all along. I had a feeling because, like, it said ignored on your end, yet I could see your messages, so. I saw there's a couple of Discord groups that I'm in, and I've seen another one of them during the week get bombed with that same Mr. Beast scam message in every thread on the Discord group. So it seems to be a common enough scam on Discord. Margariti, it certainly is. Was planning on bumping you up the straight as I had the penalty, but gift horse in the mouth and all that. Yeah. No, it was unfortunate. Did you get the penalty going through the S's, was it? I saw you kind of disappearing off track the lot before. The shortcut penalties on this track are very punitive. Okay, nothing pull. Good. We got Kirky again. Oh, there's yourself, Reedy. No wheelchair racer this time. Spawns right. So that scammer, yeah, it was a session stealer apparently. I think the fact I don't have 2FA enabled already saved me from having to format my laptop. Wait, what do you mean? Not having 2FA helped you? How does that work? I remember in the middle of COVID, my PlayStation account got hacked and somebody had remotely made their PS5 or taken my account and made their PS5 its home console, so they had access to my whole library and I was completely locked out. They got it sorted very quickly for me, like, you know, I had everything back within a couple of hours, but yeah, it was a weird one. I know Sony themselves have had a bunch of hacks over the years. Adobe, who I had a lot of my information with, had a hack around the time, so the info could have been taken from a few places, I guess. Who's Reedy Gonzalez? That's him there in 8th, and you'll see him in the chat there as Michael Reed. Okay, here we go again. Same strategy, same plan. Take it nice and handy. We're not going for gold here. We're going for consistency. Bunch of incident-free races, please. Very bad corner from me. Got away with it though, because Kaiser's stand behind us went quite deep. And even still, in that Porsche, he's catching up on us. Yeah, need to focus a bit. Feeling a bit shaky this race. Sloppy. I thought the guy ahead was going into the corner there. Okay, we got Kaiser ahead of us here. Just need to be careful of him. Ooh. Like that. So it was off the gas a lot earlier there, so it meant when I had to hit the brake hard, suddenly there came to a stop much sooner, which saved us from rear-ending him. Ciao, yeah, Lightning McQueen. Ooh, someone's in the grass. Oh, come on! So little I could do about that. That's really bad form now. Luckily, that pointy bit of the wall actually saved me there, because as he spun me, it knocked me back around facing the right way. So I got very lucky, actually, all things considered. Got that chap who was battling at the front right behind us now. Thought Hattie was in the wall there. Kirky serving a penalty. Where's he moving to? Oh. Kirky and Hattie might have had a moment there. Ah, we lose 8th place right at the end. Fair play, Hattie. I think it was the race winner was the one who knocked us, but I'll need to check. Well, that's unfortunate to be losing Dior on a race like that when, like, it was dodgy for me. Like even when I was in space, I was making small mistakes. I had a few snaps, managed to save them, led the back to catch up with me a bit, but ultimately it was that bit of really unnecessary contact in the final corner going into the final lap there. Knocked me down about 4 spots on the grid. Let's congratulate Hattie though. No. Hey, that happens. Try to do a nice thing. Who's paying Fleek? Funnily enough though, my driver rating didn't drop there. I guess it's sometimes that has to do with the amount of driver rating the people you beat have. So luckily, we're still in the points somehow. Inconsistent Gonzalez is how it's pronounced. I get you, Spawnsworth. Yeah, let's see what happened there. But yeah, I had several moments in that race where it just, I felt like I was losing my feel for the car. I think I'm getting a bit warmer, a bit more tired, concentration slipping a bit. That's so bad. That was the guy who said unlucky to me at the end there. That's not unlucky. Must have known you made the contact, right? Oh yeah, he knew. Okay, I'm just going to run and grab another soda before the next race starts. Hopefully it will cool me down a bit. But yeah, folks, if you're tuned in and you're not subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. I'm a new enough channel. Every bit of support and help I can get at these early stages is a huge boost. How did Peng do that? With reckless abandon. Okay, be right back, everyone. Ooh, yeah, that will get the heart rate going. My fridge is 2 very long sets of stairs away from me. Little's finest. Puka the goat. Yeah, always.
Like and subscribe to Puka GT.
He's always here. He's my boss and he micromanages. He's a tough goat to please. He's out of breath. Just didn't want to miss this next race. Could do with a little fridge in there. Yeah, maybe. Back to feeling smooth again. Oversteery. Way too wide into that. Spawnsworth had the football on. Also, great that Canada scored a 90-second winner because I couldn't suffer another 30 minutes of that garbage. Oh, I saw that Haitian own goal from the goalkeeper today. That's heartbreaking. Feel so bad for the guy. Some teams playing it way too safe in the World Cup. It's the least I've ever watched a World Cup. Too many teams, should have left it alone. Yeah, I had heard it was a different format, but then I saw like a headline the other day, like England down to the final 32. I was like, fuck me, that's a big that's a big tournament. Like, used to be 32 teams total, didn't it? Alrighty. What's this? Race number 4? Oh. Peng Fleek again. Puka Luki. Peng Fleek, Puka, nice to see you again. Try see less of us this time, please, Peng Fleek. Jack Fury, I went to an under 13s, 10s and 9s footy tournament with my lad to watch him play, and his team, some of the football was loads better than what I see in the World Cup so far. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those years with my son and daughter. My daughter's playing GA, but they don't actually start playing teams yet. I think they're waiting until they're a bit older. My son is just about to start with like a non-competitive kind of learn how to play football type group. He's only just turned 3, so I don't think there'll be teams available for him until he's about 6 or 7. He's 48 teams now. Sorry, I don't even know how to make sense of that. Okay. Alright, same plan as always. Try to keep it clean, try to survive. Whoever was in between us and Peng Fleep looked like they dropped to the back of the grid, but they didn't pull over to the side. It was like they just didn't start. This is gonna cost me. Oh, thought he might have ghosted. Nope. Oh, there's Luke. Come on, Luke. Peng Fleek has caught back up to us again. Oh, this is dangerous. We're not going to survive this. Need more distance. Stay very light in the throttle there. Hey look, Peng, it's where we first met. Steady now. Oh, Peng has a penalty. Tire scrub has cost me. Jeez, what happened there? He just went straight into the wall. I think it was Peng. Sorry for the bit of contact there, Pippus. I was just taken by surprise as to what was happening in front of us. Need to see the replay of that one. Oh no, there's Peng. Somebody else. I'm guessing they just disconnected whatever happened. Got old Lukey up there representing the Puka fam. Oh no, that's a penalty. That is a penalty. Please don't be a penalty. Again, it was right in the line, but it was where I picked up a penalty. doing a quality lap earlier. Fairly tight race, that one. Yeah, I'll take that in the points very happily. Hard fought. Spud, how you doing, man? Didn't see you join. Let's see what happened there. Miro, dirty. You're just giving us a hate list today, Drac, aren't you? Oh, hey. Hey, Luke, how's it going? Peng Fleek. Good race there. You did take me out in the race before, but I'm not one to hold a grudge. Thanks for saying hi in the chat, dude. Peng, what the hell happened to the dude at the big left-hander on the second last lap there? Yeah, no, to be fair, it was such a light bit of contact. It was just at that complete miss-opportune kind of final corner where grip is at nothing and you got that sharp little wall. You know, fair play, buddy. Yeah, did you see what happened there in lap 3 at the big left-hander? It looked like some guy you were racing against just gave up on life and went into the wall full speed. I'm guessing he disconnected. Let's take a look at it. I think there was definitely a place we got for free there towards the end, right after that, with somebody else having an incident. I think they were spun out. Do you think he rage quit? Okay. I ended up making a tiny bit of contact into Pippas right after that. I was going through the left-hander because I was just eyes locked at what was happening. Yeah, I'm guessing he just quit out of the race. Interestingly, okay, I guess it's because the contact was, yeah, oh yeah, like, so you gave him a tiny nudge right before that, which, you know, sometimes if you give somebody a nudge and they go off, it doesn't actually count as a penalty, like just a small bump, whatever, but I think it's because it happened just a little too far after that. Like he just, yeah, gets all the tires on the grass, that'll do it. Yeah, definitely a rage quit. You got a penalty trying to defend against it. Yeah, yeah. That'll do it. You're fast, dude. I can barely keep up with you. Like, I'm really struggling on the straights in the Subaru. It's great for the corners and the S's, but pretty much every other car catches me on a straight, no matter how good my exit is. Yeah, no, exactly. I posted a video on YouTube Shorts and TikTok maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And it was a fairly active video. There was a lot of comments on it, a lot of views as well, and there was a ton of controversy on it because the majority of armchair racers watching it had never heard of a bump draft. So it was when we were at Fuji and we're going up the straight and I'm bump drafting the guy ahead of me, and then leave him alone when we're about half a kilometer out from the braking zone. He goes off on the braking zone and everyone's like, oh, you bumped him. It's like, yeah, it's a bump draft. You started to refrain from bump drafting. How come, Drac? Rubbing his racing. Still haven't seen all the Days of Thunder. I started watching it maybe about a month ago. First time actually. Bump drafting hurts your SR. Didn't realize that. You're a real life drifter. Oh, cool. So you do real life drift racing. That's awesome, man. The extent of my real life experience is just karting, but I'd love to do something more one day if the budget would allow for it. Unfortunately, the only cars I'm allowed to purchase at the moment, I'm limited by what I can fit 2 massive child seats into. Much as I'd like a sporty little 3-door. Sorry, a few messages flying in here. Problem with bump drafting also is the other guy might not be able to handle the extra speed you've given him. Yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of his problem. Like, as long as you're not doing it in a braking zone, or I think you need to be a reasonable distance from a braking zone as well. Yeah, same as Drac. Spud agrees. Yeah. Yeah, no, what you know what it means, but usually when I bump draft the other guy, he gets an advantage and I never catch up again. I shall try not to bump draft anymore. Drac Fury was banned from a PSR lobby racing due to drift controlling a La Ferrari with sports tires at Yas Marina. Spawnsworth, I don't bump draft as it's not a thing in real life racing. It is, Spawnsworth. What do you mean? It's absolutely a thing in real life racing. It's a huge part of NASCAR. Luke, I'll take it easy on the bumps. The guys, sorry, am I just imagining this? But I really thought bump drafting was a real thing. I remember when I first was like getting into sim racing, learning about it through that, and then looking it up in real life racing examples. I'm almost sure it's done in real life, right? Oh, we have a few drifters in the chat. Class. It's news to me, lol. Yeah. Go watch Days of Thunder, Drac. Yeah, I'm guessing Drac is saying that in reference to bump drafting. Sure, even in Talladega Nights, shake and bake, baby. Yeah, I couldn't see them doing it in F1, mind you, but by the way, everyone, if you haven't hit that like button for me yet, please, please do. Or I'll send my barbershop quartet after you.
Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe.
Good luck to you too, Luke. Thanks for saying hello. Really, really appreciate it, man. Swansworth, I've never seen it. I get absolute pelters. Fans for that. Drac drifts in game. That's it. Who do we have? Oh, there you are. Oh, we got Luke and Luke. Just so you know, Peng, Luke, Puka Lukey behind you is a mod on the channel. Spawnsworth, I only really watch F1, hence my non-awareness of bump drafting being a thing. Yeah, no, like, fair enough. Because like I hadn't followed other forms of motorsport either when I first started playing Gran Turismo. Are people asking me about my Dior? Andre Carter -C. No, I'm not even halfway to A yet. I'm doing okay though. I've built up a bit of Dior over the last couple of weeks. I'm probably the furthest into B rank I've ever been. I've been getting a bit more rigid with some of my training drills, and I think it's starting to have a positive effect, but we'll see. Cheers, Spud. Bad expert in the previous race. Okay, need to focus again. One of those, just let him have it. Oh, crazy bit of lag on the driver behind me there, so I'm warping all over my rear view mirror. feisty, this chap behind. Happy to just let him go, to be honest. He broke really hard there. Might have had to avoid someone in front of him. Speaking of bump drafting, cheers, Luke. Sorry, Peng, I had to slam on the brake there to avoid T-boning Blue Eyes ahead. Two Lukes behind us. Is he in a Volvo? Good burst of speed out of that one. Take a look at the replay on that. I felt it was fair. I defended too hard there. Cost me. Oh no, pain. Just don't know how he came back from that one. Saw Luke, yay, paying in the grass and gravel there for a minute. Too far back to try it this time. So hard on the brake there to avoid hitting him. Oof, the skin of our teeth. Andre with the Skyrim reference. Yeah, thanks, Luke. Yeah, it was funny. It was you were drafting me, and then you dropped back a bit, and the other Luke came up and started drafting me, keeping me alive. You just blew your fuse on someone, Drax. Sorry to hear, dude. Yeah, probably could have had a slightly better finish there if it wasn't for that silly move at the start of lap 4. The Subaru behind me had a little bit more pace coming up the straight because at the very least he had the slipstream, and I didn't see him moving over, but I thought to myself, he's probably going to attack the inside. I'm probably just better off taking it, but then I just compromised my line so much. He just stayed in the racing line and flew past me, no bother on him. I ended up just turning in way too early for it, sticking on the inside. Take a look at it here. There was one overtake I had, a rare case where I had an overtake. I think it was on Vet Expert there. Where I think there might have been a tiny bit of contact, but I think it was fair enough. Leave it up to the judge, jury, and executioners of the Puka chat here. So, I'm not sure what happened, but they had a horrible exit here, and I had a pretty good one. This is definitely on the cheeky side. Look, okay, where are we at the braking zone? Am I at least level with them? So, by a whisker. By a whisker I am, but I also have the inside, and I also figured I could outbrake him. So you see, at this point, I'm arguably ahead at this point. Not much other place I can go. But anyway, what do we think? Dive bomb? Fair enough. Left it open, no different than me leaving it open earlier. Yeah, he ends up getting it back off me here anyway, and then you'll see what I did. I just stupidly went in too far to kind of cover the inside here. And then at this point I was like, oh no. Realizing I was just going to go into the grass if I kept my line. Allowed him to go, thank you very much. Bring his friend Puka Luki along with him for the ride. Luki's in a Renault. F1M Play is going to call it a night. Enjoy the rest of your stream, mate. Cheers, dude. Thanks. feeling oddly energized tonight. Didn't even realize I was getting close to the end here. It's been a long ass day. It's been a long ass day. My son, the one who just turned 3, he's sleeping in a south facing bedroom, and no matter what way we cover his windows, there's tons of light coming in from like 4 in the morning on, and he's just waking up. The light is waking him up every morning, and he's straight into our room to wake us up. And if we kick him out, he'll be in and wake his sister up. Like, it's... We only just moved him from kind of like a cot with bars in it to a bed about like 3 months ago, and I'm kind of I'm regretting it now, even though he was already too old for it. So yeah, needless to say, the days can feel a bit bit tiring at the moment when you're missing out on so many hours of sleep. Sorry, Drac going back to blew your foos on someone. Constant push to pass on me just before the last chicane. I punted him off on the last corner. Each to their own. And Luke, your mod almost took me out. Oh no. I'll take a look at the replay after, see what happened. Luke v Luke. Oof. Okay. Let's go. 2 practice corners in here. I love the flow of this track overall. Which is odd given the fact that it's a reverse course. Is anybody playing any other games at the moment? Curious what people are into. I finished James Bond First Light last night. That's a special game. That's a bit of a once in a generation type game for me now. Battlefield 6, yeah, you're always on your Battlefield track. What do you think you play more of, Drac? Battlefield or Gran Turismo? Battlefield, okay, interesting. Fallout New Vegas, there's a throwback. until I started playing Gran Turismo, Skyrim was my most played game of all time. I think I had about 500 hours on it collectively. Just over the years, coming back for various playthroughs, trying out different mods and that. I liked, obviously enough, I liked all of the different Fallout games when they came out as well. I go back to Fallout 4 every now and then, but the older ones like Fallout 3 and New Vegas, they're just a bit too rough around the edges for me. Loved them at the time though. Okay, here we go. This will be my last race of the evening. We're starting in second, quite high up. Jeez, Luke, we're in every lobby together today. Fallout 76. So when they first announced that with no NPCs for launch, I was just, my interest was tanked. But I know that they've gone back and they've updated it a good bit, and they've like, they had that big almost like 2.0 release of it where they added the NPCs, and yeah, I know it's a very different game now. I tried it out once or twice, maybe about 2-3 years ago, and I was into it for maybe 2-3 hours, but I found my interest waning quite quickly. It's good. I think it's a better MMO than Elder Scrolls Online was, relative to what the typical experience of Fallout is versus the typical experience of like Skyrim. It felt closer to like what a Fallout game actually was. And you play WoW. Wow. Good luck, have fun. Cheers, dude. Same plan as always. Take it easy and avoid incidents. He's either trying to break the slip or he's going in to defend. Trying to break the slip. Oh, he's gone. First time leading a race this week. And I already fucked it up. Probably think I'm brake checking the people behind me. I'm just trying to avoid crashing into these lads. Lift quite heavily there to avoid going into T1000. Yep. How you doing, Luke? I'll give you space here, don't worry. Ooh, easy, buddy. Tense race this. Oh, did I go? I think I might have cut too much inside. I think we're okay. I think I would have seen the penalty by now if I had it. Oh, it was a stupid mistake. Some damage now as well. Oof, got away with that. So I was trying to defend the S's there, just something I haven't done all night, and it messed up my line going in, and I just never quite recovered from that. I got greedy, saw the chance at a podium. Nice. That was my overtake of the week. Yellow flag. Jesus. Can't trust they're gonna still ghost. You really can't. Okay, calm it down a bit, Clark. Oof, good recovery there from a silly mistake halfway through. But you know what? This has been a solid night of racing. Points finish every single race. Boosted my SR up as well. Did have one 9th place finish, but as we saw, it actually was still one where I still gained a little bit of DR. Few things to see in the replay there. Well done, Luke, on getting the podium there. Hard fought race, that one. You almost have first. I did have first for a very, very short period, and I scrubbed the tires and gave it away almost immediately. But I was in it. I was in it for a podium there, and then I did something a bit silly going into the S's in lap 3, where I tried sticking too far to the inside, and it just messed up my line and didn't recover from it then. Eight to third and fast. That's a great result, man. Hey, Luke Stringer, if you want to stay in touch with us, we have a a Discord. All the other people in the chat here are on it as well. We organize a few kind of lobby races, a few kind of 2-hour endurance races as well, if you're ever interested in taking part. That and the chats are good. I think there's about 45 of us on it now, I think. 45? About that. Freeze, how you doing, man? Cool. Yeah, it'll be good to have you, Luke. We've actually got a 2-hour event coming up next Thursday, but unfortunately all the places for that one, they're currently taken. But the thing is, it's a collaboration with another streamer, Super Jonico. And he has 7 spots, I have 7 spots, and then we fill a lobby of 16. He definitely won't have taken all his spaces yet, so if you are interested in taking part in it, let me know, and I can talk to Jonico, see if there's anything available. How you doing, Freeze? Haven't seen you all stream, I think. Drag Fury, if we do any smaller races, yeah, I might see about doing that a bit more casually. Oh, you were lurking, Freeze, were you? One of those. Had your dinner and stuff. Nice one. Mini league track, is that what you're suggesting? Poor Xander lost it quite early on, but yeah, I scrubbed the tyres here, and that was enough. Give away the lead. Your lad's footing attempting games over several hours. I see what you mean. So much faster than every other car through the S's. It was such a shame, because every other car was always faster than me leading up to it. minute here for a while. Keeping pace, being consistent. So, held back after that little bump. Allowed Lukey boy here to finally get the drop on us. There's a few things happen. Somebody here ends up going into the big left-hander. I think it was this lap, and I had to hold back because I wasn't sure if they were going to ghost or not. I believe it was here. No. Another lap. Yeah, look, we're back up into third again. Like, it was an intense race. Unfortunately, it just came apart for us here at the end. So, I think is this where it happened? This is where it happened. So, classic case of I knew I was right about to be caught here. And I could see him having a little peak on the inside. So normally where I'd be riding that red and white curb here, I was just trying to make sure that I stayed ahead of him going in. And I ended up just pulling it way too far to the left, to the point that I actually thought I had gotten a penalty there, but I just about escaped it. But then completely messed up my line here. It was too far over for here. I did the brakes too hard, skid a little bit, pulling it back in, and it was just... the oscillation just ended up losing it eventually. Such a shame. It's the only real incident though that I kind of had tonight, so... not as bad as some of my older ones, so I'll take it. So we end up losing the place and gaining back that place again in quite quick succession here going into the final lap. For what I think is probably my favourite overtake this week. There weren't many overtakes this week though. It's like... again, like just whenever there's any form of a straight, particularly against the Merc, we're always going to lose that spot. But I stuck to my line and just tucked on the inside of him here. And then power down. Nice little switch back. Was it here? There was an incident going into the left-hander. It was. So this was quite scary. I could see Gents, he had already kind of stopped ghosting, so I had to very last second avoid him there, which messed up my line here a bit, but I think he ended up compromising the others a bit more. Let's see what happened. Oh, I didn't mean to take the actual photo. Look at that. Oh, did he ghost? Yeah, because I was thinking like something should have made contact there. But he looked solid there when I was going through him. But anyway, okay, so he ghosted for these people. I'm guessing he was ghosting just because of how slow he was actually moving through that section. But yeah, and then we had a fairly clean race home for a 6th place finish. Oh, 6 we got, yeah, nice. Okay, very, very successful evening of racing that. All points finishes. Crawling further into B rank than I probably ever have before. What else was going on in the chat there? Wiggly getting past you, says Luke. It was a tough one for us both. Honestly, my first 2 passes were a bit dicey. A bit dicey indeed. I think I've got one more in me, says Luke. Good for you, man. Could have been a lot worse there. I did well to recover from that wipeout, says Spud. Before spinning round into the barrier. Yeah, no, it was like, as far as incidents go, it was definitely relatively minor for me. Bye-bye mirrors, yeah. Yeah, hitting walls never equals better times. Race time, says Luke. Have fun, guys and girls. You too, man. Best luck in your next race. Okay, everyone. So that's all I have time for tonight. We'll be back again next week. I'm going to have 3 streams, but I won't be doing any dailies next week. So I'm going to have a training session Tuesday morning from 9 until 12 Irish time. And I'm going to be looking at Watkins Glen ahead of the 2-hour endurance race that we're having with Super Jonico on Thursday night. That's kicking off at around 8 p.m. if you want to tune in for that. So yeah, the session on Tuesday will be to just get reacquainted with the track. I'm not sure if I've ever actually raced Group 3 cars around there. I know I've definitely had Group 4. We had that one make a couple of weeks ago that I played in VR. But yeah, it's been a while. Need to reacquaint myself with the track. Maybe even try out a few different strategies for the race. Do micro versions of the settings that we have over less time. And see what I can figure out ahead of time. Then after that, I'll definitely do one more stream. I haven't decided if it's going to be Friday during the day, Friday during the evening, or Sunday evening. But I'm thinking of just doing a little bit of single player content that should be a bit of fun. I've got 2 things in mind. I'm either going to do the time trials in sport mode, just see if I can rack up some golds over the course of a session, have some chats with you. Should be fun. You can race along with me on them, see if you can get better times than me, get a bit of competition going. Another thing I'm thinking of though, and I might put it to the Discord to vote on what they would prefer to see, but I don't know when it comes to the Nordschleife, I don't know my arse from my elbow, and it's a course I'd really like to learn. So I was thinking of doing the circuit experience on that over the course of a 3-hour session, first trying to bronze it, then get as far through as I can with silver, and then hopefully even start to gold some of the sectors if possible in that 3-hour session, which, you know, it's a bit of an ask. Not necessarily the most technical driver out there, and it's a long ass course, so a lot to learn. That being said, I will put that conversation into the Discord. I'll let you guys tell me what you want me to stream for that 3rd session, and hopefully it will be a bit of fun. Anyway, I'm Clark, this is Puka GT. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will catch you next time.